So come to Daddy or I's the Pappy. 3 was our movie that we reviewed this week.
Hey everybody.
Hey everybody, it is us again. Or do you know who we are? They may not know who we are.
I'm Ant.
I'm Naya, or the Undomesticated John. And we are here to talk about what today?
Films.
Movies. What kind of movies? Like,
not the ones you think about.
mm-hmm.
Not the ones you see commercials for.
Mm-mm.
Talking about independent films and B and C movies.
And D, E, and F too. We're going to go through all of them, from all the letters except for the A ones. Won't touch those. Maybe. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
But we have enough with the B2Zs. All right,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
the one we're going to start with today, what are we going to talk about today? Wow. Was it set in the 70s or something? Or he was just a weirdo in it? Before we even get into it.
I don't know what the time setting was.
He could have just been a weirdo. But before we get into that, we're going to talk about the movie. I want to call it I's the Pappy. But
The name of the movie is Come to Daddy.
Come to Daddy. Yeah. Isn't that what you think? When I looked at the movie, because I saw Elijah Woods on it, he's an actor, and everyone knows who Elijah Woods is. The title is misleading, but once I saw Elijah Woods' face on it, it kind of told me it wasn't what I thought it was. But then when I saw his mustache, it kind of made me think it was what I thought it was, but it wasn't.
Yeah, like the cover of the movie was weird, so that's what made me want to see it. Like the name of the movie, I was just like, that's weird.
I thought it was a different genre
Yeah.
of movies, but
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Yeah, but he's got blood all over him and a pitchfork in his hand and on the cover. So I'm like,
Yeah.
let's watch it.
So let's get some facts here. First, when was it?
It came out in 2019.
2019.
No, that's when it was made. I think
was
it
made
came
in
out in 2020. I think it was released.
Okay, in 2020, we said the big name in there is Elijah Woods.
Yeah.
I believe the father is someone, but I just don't remember his name. But they're the actors in it. They were pretty good. I
There's
enjoyed
Elijah
it.
Wood, Stephen McHattie, Michael Smiley, Madeline Sammy,
Maybe
and Martin Donovan.
might know who they are. Maybe I don't, but I do know who they are now.
Yeah. Everybody did a pretty good job.
Yeah,
the acting was believable.
The
It was just
acting was
weird. The movie
believable.
was weird.
It was super weird.
So weird.
Okay, so it started off in the beginning, if I could remember, he...
A lot. Elijah Wood. His name is
Sammy? No.
No.
Andrew.
No.
Altar Boy.
No.
Drew. Sally.
His name is
Ricardo.
Norval.
Norval. I knew I would get to it. So Norval.
You were nowhere close.
I was. It was coming. I was getting there. Norval is a writer, a musician, or an artist some kind of way who lived in California with his
I
mother.
don't think he was anything but a liar.
Oh,
Let's try that again.
Let's try that again. Norval was some kind of artist or something, possibly, or not, because we find out that Norval likes to tell big stories. Oh my gosh, remember the story?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to that. So now it's all coming back to me.
Yeah.
So he lived in LA with his mother.
Yep.
And his father left them when he was 5 years old, very young. So he doesn't really remember his father, but still, I do believe. All right, we'll get to that. I know what my daddy looked like. All right.
Look, we'll get to that. That kind of makes sense.
So,
you want to believe what you want to believe.
So he ends up getting this letter.
And it says, well, we don't see in the beginning. We just see him tracking through the woods and going to this house, this cabin, way out in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
He knocks on the door, and he says, "It's me, Norval." And the guy looks at him like he's friggin' retarded.
Yeah.
Then he looks at him again and realizes, come on in.
Oh, Norval.
Yeah, he says, "Norval, your son." And he looked at him, he's like, "All right, come on in." And then, so the two start talking, and the guy's pretty passive aggressive in the beginning. Like,
Yes.
you could tell he really don't want Norval around. But then
No.
Norval says, well, like, I get the feeling you don't want me around.
Yeah.
He was weird as shit, too. Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't have not wanted him around
I might
either
have met him,
because
too, and
after,
been like, after meeting him, I might have been like,
I would be like, you're not the little 5-year-old boy I love. He was kind of cool.
maybe I should have left you.
So
yeah, you
Norval
turned out
looked like a porn man.
From the 70s.
From the 70s. So that's why I'm not sure what era it was in, but
And
maybe
he had a bowl
was
cut.
just.
He had like a monk bowl cut.
And it had a little part here or something weird. It
was
looked
weird.
almost like he had the mange. It looked like he possibly had the mange in that area.
But
And
I just thought he looked weird.
and the mustache, and then he just looked
Purposely.
really weird.
No person would do that to themselves on purpose. I don't know.
No, nobody
At
wants
least I
the
hope not.
mange. That's not a hairstyle. Like, hey, let me get
But
the mange.
either way,
So,
we digress.
so just looking at him, I would be, if I was a parent, and I would think I would be proud of my child, however they come out. But if they come out looking like him, I would have felt a little weird too, seeing him after so many years. He
yeah,
looked
I'd
like
have
a
been even madder
serial
at myself.
killer.
Like, damn, I shouldn't have left. This is
Yeah,
what
I would be really upset with myself.
But either way,
He goes in, they sit and talk,
Yeah,
and then Norval is he tells a story about his favorite friend,
his
Sir
friend, no. First, he talks about his friend Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
And
Who else? It was Drake. It wasn't Drake.
it wasn't Drake. I think it was
Chance.
It might have been
It
Chance
was
the
Chance
Rapper.
the Rapper. Chance the Rapper
He
and
said he
Kendrick
hang with
Lamar.
them.
Who
So
he
his
hangs
father
with.
looks at him and says, "Yeah, I don't know who
He
they
does
are.
not,
Should
yeah.
I know that?" And crushes him. So then he also talks about his great friend.
His great friend, the knighted Sir Elton John. And he goes on and tells this
extraordinary story about how he knows Elton John.
how they
and
hang out
and yeah.
and so as he's telling his father this story,
You could tell a man don't believe a word he's saying. You
nothing
could tell.
he's saying.
Yeah. So
Let's
they
see.
looked at him and said, "Oh yeah, you know Elton John? I know Elton John." He said, "What are the odds that I hang with Elton John and you hang with Elton John, and I left you when you was 5 years old?"
He said both of us had the
Said,
same best buddy.
I'm gonna call him.
I call him up right now, and Norval said, "Whoa."
He goes and grabs the phone, and that's when Norval said,
Said,
"Whoa, don't call him. Whoa."
You know it's too late. He don't answer calls. He said, "No."
He'll answer my
He'll
call.
answer my call. Because he
Yeah.
knew me and him best friends.
Friends, yeah.
So he said, no, please don't
He
call.
told me not to call
you
this
know,
late.
wait a minute."
No.
So what is that when he called him a cunny cunt? I love that part. That part was so funny. That word is hilarious.
Yes.
He
yes,
called
yes.
him. He said, "You just a cunt." He said, "You're acting cunny." Didn't he say that?
Yeah. He said a whole bunch
He
of
said a
stuff.
lot of stuff about him. He said but it was accurate. It was very accurate
Yeah.
about what he was saying about him and how he would be.
and how he wasn't a man, and this, that, and the
Yeah.
third, and
And
but, I
cunny.
mean, but technically, it was your fault if you left him, right? But
Yeah,
still.
you didn't teach him to be a man. So all he could do was grow up to be cunty.
But either way, they spend the night. I think it's the next day. It continues. It gets worse.
Yes. Really,
He goes from
weird.
passive aggressive to aggressive
very
aggressive.
aggressive, and starts like poking
Yeah,
at him
I
and
mean,
like
Right.
verbally jabbing him, and also getting a little physical.
Yeah, and then he grabs a hatchet,
Yes,
and he's about to kill
his
Norval.
son,
I almost called him.
Norval.
I almost called him
He was about to
Norbit.
call him Aladdin. I was too, but that's not his name. Anthony is Norval.
Yeah. So his dad Brian
Mm-hmm.
picks up the hatchet, and right as he's about to kill him, he has a heart attack and he dies.
Oh, that's the funny part, because that's how he died. I kept rewinding it. Oh, that part is hilarious. So I never
she
knew
watched him
somebody
die
had.
8 times.
I never knew somebody could have a heart attack, and they say he looked like he looked like. I don't know. Is this? Can we talk about the Tiny Avenger and Handyman? Is it? I guess we can talk about it. I just don't think that movie can be seen anymore. But
I
that's
can
how
watch
he
it.
looked like he was flying through. He was about to go out the window and go on an adventure like Handyman. He said, "Oh, popping on." Never mind. All right, but it's hilarious. Please watch it more than once because you're going to enjoy it. Just that part. The movie's good too. So
It's
he
all right.
ends up not as good as when he died.
Yeah. So he calls his mom. It was like, "Oh, Dad's dead." So she says, "I'll come out in a couple of days. Just call the coroner, get the body ready." So
Yeah.
he calls the coroner. The coroner comes out.
The part was weird too.
The coroner was weird
Was
too because she
so
kind of
weird.
flirted with him, but kind of
Didn't flirt with him. And then what happened?
And then she took
No,
the body.
what about the cop? Remember the cop who came in? Oh, was that
okay.
before or after?
I-
Because he saw
I
his.
think-
He said about the beady eyes.
Yeah, the cop
Because
came
he
first.
came in and saw that the body, the dead body, and he was asking him all these weird questions. But it was the cop was weird because he got a little too close as if he liked them. And then it was like an awkward pause, and he said, "Oh, you don't have the beady eyes,
Yeah,
but your daddy do."
yeah.
I remember that he did say that.
Yeah.
And then the coroner.
Because he has a theory about
Oh.
murderers and killers. Murderers have BDIs.
Yeah.
So we got all close and said, no, you didn't kill him.
Yeah, and it was weird. Like,
It was really
super weird.
Yeah.
So then what happened?
Then the coroner comes.
Yes.
But here's messed up part. So I guess maybe it is now time because she was like, we can't hold the body, so I'm going to go prepare it.
Oh, yeah.
And then bring it back
Yeah.
to the funeral. Like,
to the
yeah,
funeral.
that's on y'all. Like, you got to watch it.
And it wasn't like, they just put it in the body bag.
Yeah,
And
basically.
he still had his clothes on.
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah.
the man still have the clothes
Yeah,
on?
yeah, the same. Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty
So
sure.
what they just
They-
sucked,
they
they
just
just
blood.
poked him with the embalming fluid and sucked other stuff
They
out and
put the embalming fluid in his neck and
and
drained on
drained
his
the rest out
foot,
his
and when the
blood.
blood turns into embalming fluid, you're done.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he was inside that oh, that's not, he, like you said, the coroner seemed like she was flirting with him.
Yeah.
So Norval calls her up.
Wait. Well, first she brings the body back,
Yes.
and then she leaves. And it gets weird because he keeps
'cause
looking
hearing
at the
the
body and
noise.
and he's hearing all these noises and he thinks it's the body and he starts hitting the body. It's really
Yeah,
weird.
it's just like-
He beats on the dead man. It's really weird. But and
Then he calls her.
he calls her because she gave him his number, her
Mhm.
number, and was like, "Can you just come sit with me? My mom hasn't come." Some really weird shit.
Oh, excuse
She was
me.
like, "Ill no."
No, why would you call me?
Yeah, like,
this
don't
is
ever
after
go-
hours. I'm
yeah.
a professional. And he's
Yeah.
like, but I thought I know you saw something. There was something between us.
Yeah.
She was like, no.
I had thought I seen something too. Like if I was Norval, I thought she was digging him. Like,
but no, she was very like, no, and don't call me back. And
Yeah.
call me Mrs. by my first and last name.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning.
yeah,
He was salty.
yeah, basically.
He don't really
I
salty.
found that part really funny.
That was kind of, I chuckled too.
Like,
Because it was
I
like-
thought she was giving some play.
And he's
Turned
like,
out-
but you felt something. I felt something. And then she said,
No.
no. And don't call my phone again. My business hours are from 9 to 5.
Yeah, basically.
So after that, what
Yeah,
happened?
he's there with the body,
Yes,
and he keeps hearing the
his
noises. So he tries to go see where the noises come from, and he finds a little
Oh.
packet with pictures of him when he was a little kid,
With his
and
mom, his dad.
and his dad, and then he realizes this dead man
Ain't
ain't
his
the man in the
daddy.
pictures.
Mm-mm.
This ain't
That's
like
not the pappy.
He like he just keep looking at the picture, looking at the man. I'm like, yeah, that ain't the
That ain't
same
your
man.
daddy. Ain't got the same hair color. Ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's still hearing the noises.
Yes.
So he keeps crawling in the little crawl space where he found the pictures and everything else, and finds the entrance to the secret basement.
Yeah, it's under this rug, and it's like what do they call it? Like a shelter,
trap-
a bomb shelter
Yeah,
or
like
something.
trap door and all that good shit. Yeah, so he goes down there, and he finds his dad
See this
chained
man chained up and bloody.
up and bloody. So yeah,
Oh, and this is where it gets really interesting. You learn more about Norval and
Yeah.
how weird he is. I wouldn't want him to be my child. But so he finds out and he's like, hey, I'm your father. And, you know, they want to come back. And
you got to get me out of here
get me
quickly.
out of- Oh, that was funny too.
You got to get me out of here.
quickly. And he's like, they're coming because it was more than just one guy.
Yeah.
And we'll explain. Oh, so the premise of the thing is basically, should we say that? Okay. His father.
His father had a bunch of friends. They were
Yeah.
all criminals.
Mm-hmm. They
They
were like
went-
Thailand.
They went to Thailand.
Mhm.
They kidnapped the richest guy in Thailand's daughter, held her for ransom. Got the ransom money. Norval's father split with
and
it.
left
He took
them.
everybody's
Took
money.
everything.
He took all the money and left.
And they didn't find him up until now.
Yeah.
And that's how he Norval was able to
They
live.
live in Hollywood and everything.
with
His
his
mom
mother.
took, yeah,
His-
because she didn't work.
We'll
And
tell
that's
you
why
about his
he
mother a little later. That was a funny person.
was a
Oh.
little weird kid, obviously. She never worked, so she tells she probably just raised him,
She
and that
worked
was
differently. You remember?
Yeah, oh yeah.
We'll go. Okay, so that was that, and
And then so as he's trying to get his father loose, they hear somebody else come in. He said, "Oh no, Dandy's back."
yes,
And I'm like,
that was-
oh.
yeah.
And then in my head, I'm like, was the movie called Come to
Come to
Dandy?
Dandy
Come
or
to
Daddy?
Yeah, I'm like,
It could have been.
yeah, whatever.
So he tells him, "You're going to have." He said, "Pick up the bell, the
It's
barbell,
yeah,
and you're going to have to kill him." And he's like, "I can't."
yeah. He
And
said,
he's-
go hide in that closet,
Closet.
and when he comes down here, you're going to have to
Kill him. And he kept saying, "I can't." Dad. He said, "Yes, you are. You're going to have to kill him.
Kill
This is going to kill us." But
Yeah.
he's really saying, "I can't," and
Yeah.
he means it.
Yeah.
So he goes in the
The
closet.
with the barbell.
He's sitting there like that, and Dandy comes in. The guy comes
Yeah,
downstairs, and he's getting ready. Oh,
The shit pit.
Oh, it gets weirder.
This is where the movie gets even weirder.
Yes.
Because
So they're torturing because they need to find the rest of the money.
Yeah.
So that's why the father's still alive.
Yeah.
So the other guy comes down and he's like, hey, so you know, tell us where the money is and what's going on. I think he found out the other. Did he find out? No, he didn't find out yet that the other guy was dead. One of the other ones.
Yeah, not yet. Not until he goes back upstairs.
So he has a special. I wouldn't call it a treat. I guess a trick.
Well, he took a pen.
He took a pen.
Took it apart. And then he goes to explain to him how you get sepsis from feces and everything else, and this, that, and third, and says he's going to take the pen.
He has a glove on.
Yeah, he's going to take the pen, put it in his shit.
Oh, he already did because it was in the plastic bag. He had it in a Ziploc bag.
The shit pen in the Ziploc bag.
And it was covered in shit. And he told him, "This is
if you don't tell me where it's at, I'm going to stab you with the shit pen."
And,
so, of course, we both thought that
His
Norval was
son
going to
would
hop
come
out
out.
now and hit him in the head.
And the dad is like, "Get out, come out and kill him now.
No.
Get him." He's looking at him through the thing and like.
Well, after his dad don't say that.
nothing, but he's looking at him as if in the
Yeah.
closet, like, come, like, hurry up. Norval ain't doing nothing.
No. So his dad
Just stabbed
stabbed
with the shit pen.
like 3-4 times, right in the side.
Just like that.
It made me sick to my stomach just watching it. Like, shit pen.
And Norval still didn't do anything. He should have saved his dad from shit.
Yeah, from the shit
Um,
pen. And he was like, kill him.
And then the guy's like, what? So he
Mhm.
opens the closet, and Norval's still
Just
just like,
standing there.
ah. And I think he hits him.
He tried to hit him.
He hit him like,
And the guy didn't stumble back because
Yeah.
he did have a barbell. But, like, it wasn't enough.
And then he just sits there and lets them in because he did injure him a little bit.
Yeah.
Lets him go all the way upstairs
Okay.
and
that's when
leave.
and that's when he finds out the guy says, "Oh, you killed, wait till I get back." And I'm like, why the hell is it wait till I get back? Like,
Why don't
they
we
not
just do
going,
it
you
now?
expect them to be there? Like,
And the other thing is, Norval, grab the man.
yeah.
Don't let him up. So, anyway, he leaves. Now it's like, hurry up, we got to get up out of here before it happens. So he's like...
I thought he at least locked the trap
No,
door
let's
on
talk
him.
about before that.
Oh,
So how they get the dad down? They both dumb.
Yeah.
They both are really dumb. I see where Norval gets his brains from.
So his dad's sitting there chained up.
Chained up with one arm.
Yeah.
Wasn't it one arm chained up?
Yeah, it was just one.
And he's like, all right, you're going to have to break my arm, my hand.
No, he said, you're going to dislocate
my
my thumb.
in order for me to get
slide
out. So did he did the wrong finger or something?
No, he did it, but it took him forever to do it. And
Yeah,
he did it
'cause
slow, so
he
no, it was
couldn't
extra
do it.
painful because he couldn't do it. It's like, ah!
So he was like
And
chipping
then-
away at it.
and then it was like-
finds out all you had to do is just
No, wait. He was like, it's not enough.
It's not enough. Ooh.
So then they had to dislocate his other finger.
Yeah.
And they dislocated that. And it still wasn't enough.
And then
they looked at where the chain was.
Oh,
And it
yeah,
was just
just
hooked to the
unhook
ceiling.
it.
All you had to do was unhook it. So they unhooked it. Now his hands all fucked up. He got the shit
and he
stuck
got
inside.
doo-doo inside his body.
Norval done got punched once or twice.
Yeah. So, hold on. Did that happen next? Or did
Yeah.
yes, he got the father out of there. So
Yeah, but
he went
killed theirs
upstairs
first. And
he
there
went
was another
upstairs
guy
first
upstairs.
because that was Dandy,
Yeah.
or that was the other guy.
Yeah.
He said somebody's coming.
No,
And
I
the
think he was
father
going to
told
get
him,
Dandy.
yeah,
Maybe he was somebody different.
Yeah, the father said this guy is really, really big, and you have to get this guy's like a killer. So he goes upstairs. I don't know why he went upstairs, but the guy left the door open.
Yeah.
He didn't even lock them back down there.
And the guy who was supposed to be watching him was in there taking a shit.
Yes. So he goes to go, that's what he did. He went to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And when he goes upstairs to clean himself off, not that people are coming after him, his father's still chained up downstairs. Norval. He goes to go in the bathroom. The guy's taking a shit. As he comes up off the toilet and whoops Norval's
Ass, because he's a big Asian dude.
big dude. Toilet paper still in his butt. That's
He's dragging
So
the
I don't
toilet
know what this
paper.
movie was. Was it like a drama, a comedy, a series?
it?
Was it extraterrestrial? I don't know. But so he beats Norval up. But Norval has, at this point, has been a punk the whole
Yeah,
time.
Tom getting his
Punk.
ass whooped.
So, I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, in the midst of fighting, somewhere in the midst of fighting, Norval gets a pitchfork.
This was so sad.
Not a big pitchfork,
just
just like the kind you
The
use
do
like
barbecue.
yeah, just like 2-prong little fork.
What would he do? I can't say it. It's too traumatic.
And then
You
takes it,
describe it.
and he just stabs the Asian guy all in the nuts. Yeah, it was bad. I had to turn away. I couldn't watch it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
The movie was pretty had a lot of blood and
A
gore.
lot of blood and gore. So he gets the Asian man like that, and we gonna get past
nasty.
that.
It was nasty.
And so he kills him like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he puts the plastic over his face and stuff.
Yeah.
Like he becomes like a killer really quickly because before he was super prone. His dad should not have got stuff with this shit.
That might have happened before the guy came down, because
No,
he
that
came
was-
back up and found the other dead body too.
That was after the shit.
That was after the ship hit. Oh.
So yeah, so
I'm
then
getting
after that he
confused
goes down, and that's when he breaks his dead arm,
Yeah.
and then
Gets him out.
back to what we said before. So
Choo-choo.
after that, they
Yeah.
get out the cellar. He sends his father off somewhere like in a safe area. His father tells him, no. That's when the guy comes back with the crossbow.
Yeah, it comes.
This thing is crazy.
Yeah,
Let's get it
he
together.
had a crossbow that was on fire. It was crazy.
Yes. He comes back. He goes wherever he goes. All this happens. Normal fights the other guy, kills him, goes and gets his
Yeah.
father. But by the time that happens, the guy comes back with
back.
a crossbow.
Yeah.
And it's on fire.
Said my little friend.
And he's going after Norval.
Yeah.
Norval,
No, I think Norval ends up somehow hiding in his truck.
yes, because something happens from the crossbow. He ends up going to hide. The father tells him to go into the trunk. He's like, no, I don't want to go in the trunk. The father's like, you got to get out of here. Go into the trunk. And he goes back and forth. Norval, you would think, Norval's like 31. You would think he was 2.
Yeah.
So he hides in the man's trunk. This gets weirder. The man goes to a motel and calls a hooker, a prostitute, or an escort, because they don't actually have sex, to the hotel, because I guess he has to blow off some steam.
Since his friends are dead.
And he
Yeah, I think he thought they got away. Is that it?
no, he found out they were dead, and he found the tag with Norval's address.
Oh,
and
yeah, he was
gonna
going to kill her
and
mother.
kill them because he couldn't find Norval. He was like, I'm gonna find your mother and bring her back and kill her. So Norval's in the trunk. He comes out. He tries to get into the hotel. He tells the hotel man some weird story, but then it's like a big titty convention there.
Or something.
It's a weird movie.
Yeah, so he tells the guy, hey, it's a lady outside with big titties.
Because the
He's
guy
like, really
license
big-
plate said titties.
Yeah, so he's like,
Yes.
big titties? He was like, really big titties.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy runs outside to see the big titties. So in the meantime, Norval steals all the keys to all the rooms.
Yeah. And he knew what room it was. And
Yeah.
the keys are numbered.
Yeah. But
Weird.
he took a bunch of them. But then he breaks into the room next door.
Well,
where
it's a threesome, a Russian threesome.
It's a
going
Russian threesome going on.
on.
Oh, at least a 3. It might have been 4 guys.
I
in
know
there.
it might have been 4
don't know.
guys in there, and then
Yeah, they were penises.
hold on, he
I
was
did
in
not
the
like
bed with them.
penises.
Wasn't it at some point he got in the bed? How did he get in the bed? Because they weren't fighting him.
I think when she knocked him back, when somebody knocked him back through, because
Yeah, okay, so it was a joint room. So he
Yeah.
goes to open up the door in the room.
Mm-hmm.
There, the other bad guy and the escort, she's choking him because
Yeah.
that's what he wants, and not in like the choking, like ooh, there's like wrestling
Like, yeah,
style
like,
choking
yeah.
him. And she met Norval outside the thing because he offered to give her money so he can go in there.
in there, so he could go in there and kill a boy, and she told
She's a
him.
professional.
Yeah, she said no.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
So anyway, she grabs Norval. The guy
Puts him in a headlock.
puts him in a headlock. The guy stabs Norval with a little spindle that you put like the little tickets on. If you like
Yeah,
in
yeah, the
a
little-
cafe or a hotel, you put the tickets on.
Yeah.
It's like a needle.
He stabbed them all.
Stab him all up in
and then
his gut.
stabbed him.
While
in
the
his
girl
face.
is holding him, and then she's like, "Oh, you're the bad guy. I don't want any parts of this." And the Russians are still like,
Butt naked standing there
butt
watching.
naked, like, and his pee was out, everything.
Yeah,
It
it was
just
nasty.
fine.
There was penises in the movie. I don't like that.
I did.
I don't like movies with penises.
But that penis, I didn't like. It looked like a belly button. No problems with those. So she leaves. Norval ends up, he sliced the man's tires. This is how it gets weird. He sliced the guy's tire. The man escapes, but then he crashes into a tree immediately.
No, a pole.
A pole.
And the
Oh,
sign
it's-
from the pole comes down through the front of the truck and
Yes.
into his head.
Yeah, but sliced a part of his
His
skull
skull
and his head, so it's
open.
open.
So yeah, you see his
Like
brain.
Hannibal Lecter, that movie, open like
Yeah,
that when he
yeah,
was
yeah.
eating the brain stuff.
Yeah, and he just
So Norval is limping to him like this with this stuff. Oh, he stabbed Norval in the mouth with the spindle, and Norval ain't gonna take it out.
No,
He
they
just walked
think,
on.
yeah, and then Norval's trying to walk back to his dad. He
Yes.
think the guy's dead now because you see half his head open.
So no, he's not dead. The guy walks up to him. They see each other. And the guy says to him, he said, "Hey, your mother's a whore.
She's a prostitute.
I slept with her." And so
And
did
you say,
the other
your
guy.
dad- yeah,
he
your
didn't
dad-
say your dad because we don't know if he was the dad or not.
Yeah.
You
And
see
I
another
once he
guy.
found out his mom was a prostitute.
And then what Norval does, he slowly takes the piece out of his mouth and then inserts it
right into the man's brain, like
Slowly.
slow-mo. And then the guy just falls over.
And he just falls over and dies. Now, they're in town at this point. So Norval can go to the police.
Yeah.
Norval can go to the hospital because his father is still with shit pen juices going into his body, his bloodstream,
Yeah.
and a broken hand for no reason.
Back at the
And
house.
he's been
Yeah.
beaten up badly back at the house.
But no, we don't know how long.
Yes. And so Norval, and his father lives in the forest, like all the way in the back, no neighbors.
Yeah. But somewhere at the edge of this forest is a beach.
Is a beach.
You go through the forest to the cabin, then there's a beach on the other side.
And the town's
Don't
the
know-
other way.
Yeah.
So he walks out of the town, all the way back to the house, bloody and bleeding, which could have been saved.
Yeah,
He went to the
I'm pretty
hospital.
sure he could have
Yeah.
been saved. If you could walk back there, you could walk
Yeah.
your ass to the hospital.
But
I'm pretty sure his
the
dad probably
movie's
could have been
called
saved too.
Come to Daddy.
So he went back to his dad.
Daddy. And so he meets his dad
On the
in the beach. His dad is dying, clearly. It looks
Yeah.
like he's dead.
Yeah.
And he lays right next
Next
to
to
him and like puts his pinky on him like, Dad, what did he say? I'm sorry I never let Mom move on.
Well, yeah, I never let mom move on and be happy.
It was just weird. And then the dad is like half dead and he just moves his finger and touch him and then they just die together. It was not touching. It was
No,
stupid.
It was stupid because they both could have lived.
They both could have lived. They can get shit juice out of you, I believe. I don't
I
know.
hope so.
I ain't got no shit juice in me.
You fool.
Yuck. So, with this being said, our ranking, how we're rating things is like,
This is
because it's
weird.
we're going to use a rating system of 5
Five.
Weird Al
Yankovicius.
Yankoviches. Weird Bukas.
You know the guy. who
Weird Wakasinas.
said-
5 of them.
Yankov-
Yankazines.
Yeah. Well, this movie didn't get 5.
I would get, okay, so 5, all right, we're going to say 1
Well,
is not weird, 5 is the weirdest.
Yeah, I would say this is 4.
It was okay, because I don't want to give it just a 5, but the
really
plot
good.
it went a lot of places
Yeah.
and a lot of things happened. I would give it a 4. Definitely because Elijah Woods looked really weird.
Yeah, and all the
And
characters were
everything
weird.
was really
Nobody
stuff
was
happened
normal.
for no reason.
Nobody was normal in this whole movie.
No rhyme or reason. So what you're saying? You're giving it 4 Weird Al Yankoviches?
Yes, 4 Weird Al Yankovic.
And I'm going to give it a 4.5. 4 Al Yankoviches
That's
and a
close.
half a Yanka. So that's what I feel about that. So Come to Daddy or I's the Pappy was our movie that we reviewed this week.
Yeah.
Go watch it. It was on one of those. It's not on Netflix, I believe.
It
it's on
came
Prime.
out on Netflix, but I don't
Oh, it
think
might
they're
be.
still running it. But you might be able to catch it
Prime
there. I don't
Video,
know.
Netflix, one of the
It's on
things.
something. You'll find
You'll
it.
find it.
It's out
Elijah
there.
Wood.
Yeah.
I's your Pappy.
Come to Daddy.
That's from B to Z. No A's allowed.
See y'all next movie.